What is going on, JCP Gang, and welcome back to a brand new chess video. So in the last chess video, I analyzed my game I played in a friendly, but today we're getting serious. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 3 rated tournament games that I played. I believe the time it was I played it last year, August. I think the time format was 50 minutes plus 5. Standard game, FIDE rated, and here we go. My first game, which game was this? Let me quickly check for you guys. My first game, I played against a girl named Caroline Rousseau. And yeah, I don't even remember what school she was in. There was a lot of schools at the tournament. But she pulled up with e4. Let me actually flip the board. I was playing black. She plays e4. Pull out the Caro once again. And don't worry guys, it's not all going to be Caro card. But yeah, so we had a standard opening. She played knight c3. And then she played this move d3. It's obviously not the best move. So I decided not playing e4, going to punish, and then after the knight try to jump around. That knight is trapped, literally. If I play e5, which I do, best move, the knight has no squares. Jeez, my arrows. The knight has no squares, and the knight is trapped after what, like 4 moves of the game, she's trapped the knight. So I decide I'm going to pin the knight first, just so the knight doesn't cause any trouble over here. And just by the way, there were better moves here. I could have played b5 immediately, queen a5 check, which was also a line, but I just decided to play state. Bro, why is there a fly? What are the odds? Anyways, I decided to play bishop to g4 to play it safe. It's not a bad move. And she goes for this. Now, this might look very similar to the last video, where I just have to take the knight, queen takes, take the bishop, and then trap the knight. There is ways for her to get out of this, but if she plays it wrong, I'm going to win 2 pieces. But I play the same move I played in the last game, and I played queen takes, which, as you guys can see, the eval just plummeted. So after this trade, I played b5 to trap the knight. I don't know what b3 was, but yeah, we move. I play bishop to b4 check, force the king to go to e1, she can't castle anymore, and then kick the knight out, and I play a3 because I didn't want to make any trades, just in case he tries to pull some funny business on the queen side. She goes for f4, which looks crazy, like you're pushing a pawn that's in front of your king. And I respond to protect it with the knight. She attacks my knight. I let her trade and get the pawn, but then I get rook to e1, and then our knights do a little bit of dancing. But then she plays this move, rook to c1 with clear intentions to push this pawn. And guess what? I was like, nope, you ain't pushing nothing. I'm just gonna block you. I'm not gonna allow it to do anything. So then I win the pawn. I decide to trade knights because I'm up material, consolidate, and then she plays this very good move, rook to f5. I think this is a brilliant move because she attacks this and she can always come and hunt down these pawns on the side of the board. So props to her for finding that. I play this, and then she plays e5. Now I can't take, because after rook takes, pawn takes, my rook hangs at the end of the sequence. So I actually play this move, bishop to b4. Now you saw the eval just dropped a little bit. But guys, I think this is a great move looking at it now, because it looks like it does nothing. Like, what is this bishop doing here? But it's actually protecting the rook. So after king, don't ask me what that move was. I think it was to get out of the pin so she can take. But after she moves her king, rook takes, pawn takes, and the bishop defends the rook. She plays this move. It's not a great move, and then we do a little bit of shuffling, and then she plays c4. Now guys, do we know what en passant is? Well, guess what? My opponent didn't know what en passant was. So after I took, she actually called an arbiter. If you guys have ever played in a tournament, you raise your hand, call an arbiter, and say, "Sir, I don't know what my opponent just did." So she called an arbiter and was like, "What is this move? Like, what are you trying to pull here?" And I was like, "No, it's just en passant." And then the arbiter literally came and explained to her what en passant was. And it was kind of funny because I was just sitting there, sort of like, no, not to be judgmental. It might have been a first tournament or something, but yeah, it was weird because en passant I feel like is something all chess players should know. And then after king to d1, I have just takes, and then after king to e1, I have this discovered check with the bishop, king is cut off, and then after king to f1, rook promotion and mate. And that's just game one, boys. We actually have another game right over here, and I'm actually playing as white, so we can flip the board. And let's analyze this. Okay, here we go. I play e4, and then my opponent plays e6. Now I was actually very excited because my friend plays the French, and this is the French. So I was like, oh my days, I'm gonna come. I had like a little bit of French preparation, and I was like, let's go d4, and then he plays knight f3. Like 99% of players would play d5 in this position. They play d5. My opponent plays knight f3. I'm like, okay, kick out the knight, just some basic development. He goes for the fianchetto on the bishop. I castle. I'm just playing. Okay, guys, I had a +1 advantage here. After takes, and then after d takes, I have like, I'm basically winning the pawn, something like that. But I decide to castle. I'm playing principal chess. Then after takes, I attack the pawn. Knight to e7 to protect. And I'm out of prep. And if you guys don't really know my playing style, but if you guys knew, or my friends would say I'm the prep guy. And if you got me out of prep on what, move 5, 6, 7, then it's gonna be a bit tough. So I'm out of prep. I'm just playing, decide to go for this pin. Decide to go for this pin, castles, and then because of castles, the knight doesn't actually protect the pawn. It's an illusion. It's an illusion because the bishop is going to take the queen. So after knight takes, my opponent blunders once again by playing h6. And then the game went as follows. Bishop takes knight, queen there, bishop takes rook, queen takes bishop. Then I do a little bit of knight jumping, and then I decide to take the bishop. It's definitely not the best move. I just didn't want the bishop to get active, and then maybe team up with the queen somewhere to, just take out all forms of counterplay. So I trade, I bounce around, and then we get a nice big trade in the center, which is always good. And then things get a little bit trickier, I won't lie. After some trades, the queen looks like it's getting in. I play rook to f1 to defend the pawn. Wasn't the best move. I think the best move was queen to b4 to like maybe get some infiltration and protect the pawn. But I play rook to f1, check, and then she comes to e. Is this a she? Who is this? Hey, I don't even. Who am I playing against? I have the names here on my phone. This is against Lebajoa. Lebajoa. Jeez, bro, this person's handwriting. Oh my days. Lebajoa Mohebane, I think. Guys, it's by no means can I not read a Xhosa name, and I know it's Xhosa, but this guy's handwriting is very whack. Is that an H? Is that an R? Who knows? So I go to queen to d1 for the queen trade, and he gets greedy, takes my pawn, and there is mate on the board with rook to g8, and my opponent resigns, just like that. Hit over the king. It's actually kind of weird. Normally you don't resign at my level. Normally you'd play the game out, because I mean there's a queen on the board. You never know. But I think after king here, this is mate. If king goes to h8, this, and then mate here. And if king goes here, I think there's queen to g4, and mate is gonna be on one of these two squares. But yeah, that was the second game, and now we finish off with this beauty. For this tournament specifically, I had prepared the Vienna Gambit. So I had prepared the Vienna Gambit, and I got to play it in 2 out of my 5 games. I won both of them, and this is my best one though. Although the start isn't good. I say I prepared the Vienna Gambit, but this was probably the worst opening I've had. E4, E5, knight to C3, knight to F6, F4. Now, what I get in most of these positions is if you take, you lose. That's how I won one of my 2 Vienna games. If you protect, then it's just a game. And if you go for knight here, then it's just basically another normal Vienna. Sometimes you get like some bishop moves, but in here I got d6, and I decided knight f3 in this position is the best move, but I decided to play d5, and black immediately has an advantage. I don't even know where. I've blocked out his bishop. This bishop can't escape, and like maybe the knight comes. I don't know how it's -5. I feel comfortable playing these positions, but actually he plays d5, which is the best move. I decide, okay, I'm gonna take and develop. I gave up this pawn because I mean it's the Vienna Gambit, and then I decide to take now, and it's -1.3, boys. It's -1.1. It's kind of scary. I mean, I can try and develop. It's not looking good. The computer wants me to play d4. I played d3, which isn't the worst move, and he tries to strike back. That's an inaccuracy because I have this move, queen to e2, which also wasn't the best move, but I really liked it because of the pin. He blocks the pin. Who am I versing here? I'm gonna keep this in the video. Who am I versing here? I think it is, I'm versing Ruben Fur. My name is Ruben Fur. Okay, well, Ruben Fur definitely gave me a fight. Then I decided to take, and then I played this move, knight to g5, protected by the bishop attacking this, and I honestly didn't know I was losing on the day. I didn't know the position was -1. So I was actually pretty comfortable, just like where's this bishop gonna go, stuff like that. And Ruben Fur made an inaccuracy, or wait, a miscalculation, thinking that the queen is enough to defend the bishop. It's not. Queen takes, forcing off the queens, and from -1.4 to +2, baby. Chat to me. I'm back in the game, and the game went as follows. This is actually very good if you up material. Centralize your pieces. Get your pieces active. This piece has a target. Decide to long castle to infiltrate on the 7th rank. This is looking very juicy. Bishop slides back, protected by 2 pieces and attacks my knight. Knight jumps here. h6 was the second best move by Stockfish. In this position, who is playing h6? Any human is like I would probably play, I don't know what this bishop's doing here, but I would probably play like, I don't know, bishop here, going for the knight, get my rook in the game. Who plays h6? Oh, and it's second best by Stockfish. No. I decide to pin the knight to the rook, looking good. Rook here, rook there, and this was my idea. Just hear me out. After rook to e6, I was like, I could take and then like go for this bishop and stuff, but I decided to go here, and then after trades, knight tries to escape, and then I found this beautiful sequence. The bishop, the bishop is protecting the knight and this pawn, and this knight and the pawn is under attack, and this is called over overworked. I don't know. Oh, it's like protecting too many pieces at once. This normally works with queens, where the queen has to protect too many pieces, and it's like overworked. So then after bishop takes pawn, bishop takes, and then my rook infiltrates on the 7th rank, and it's pretty much over. My opponent actually played king to f8. I don't know why. He was probably like tilted or something. I don't know. So I took his bishop and he resigned. I actually finished this tournament with 5 out of 5 games. I'm very happy with my performance, and yeah, that was one of my better tournaments, especially starting off in chess. I think that was like the 3rd tournament I'd played. I didn't even get a board prize. And a board prize is basically you perform the best in your team on a specific board. I was board 2, and I didn't even get a board prize, even though I won all 5 of my games. It's outrageous. Tie breaks and all that nonsense. Yeah, at the end of the day, I did well, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys also learned how you can capitalize on your opponent's blunders. This probably wasn't the best video to learn something from, but I feel like I definitely, if I won a piece, I won the game, you know what I mean? So yeah, make sure not to blunder, and definitely play a brilliant move by clicking that subscribe button and like the video. Peace out, everyone.